Yo.
I don't know. Some type of wine.
You gotta check the wine type.
Yo, he said libation. That's crazy.
Oh my God.
Mm.
How are
You
you,
doing all
Rob?
right?
I'm good.
Good.
I'm happy to be off work. I would not like to go back to these people tomorrow, but it's okay.
I feel you. Trust me. Uncle Rob knows.
Mom.
What is it, Sterling?
Cabernet.
Oh, look. Nah, I ain't gonna lie, though.
Horse Heaven Hills, 2013.
Oh.
Ooh.
From the
Aged for nearly a decade.
Venice, you know?
Oh my God.
We're gonna do coffee in the evening time because now it's time.
He's so responsible. He's so
But it's all
responsible.
good.
So responsible. Where's Lawrence?
I don't know.
That's probably what y'all ask about me all the time. It's okay.
No. We know you where you need to be. You where you need to be. And then you come back and it's like, First Lady. It's like, I don't know, you have like a whole entourage in my head. It's like,
oh my God. No, that's not an excuse.
Not the third.
Accountability is important, people. It's important. Oh my gosh. How's Boston? Y'all are...
Oof.
Oh my God. How's Boston?
What you say about my mom?
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. No, but really, how's Boston right now?
It's good. It's good. The weather's quite mild out here.
Really?
Yeah. It's straight.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I've been working though. Working.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Oh yeah, because you still got to clock in and everything.
Yeah.
No rest for the wicked. Still working, man.
It's been pretty interesting. I didn't mean to jump in, but it's the work thing has been interesting.
It's on a Zoom for a reason.
Yo, what's so formal on me?
Well, I think honestly, I realized that I can be a whole lot, like a lot of handfuls. So I learned how to tone it down sometimes, and especially.
Oh, that was an admission, Rob. You better speak your truth.
Oh yeah, yeah. You know, it's like the person with change that comes to the register, and they pay you in all quarters. Like, bro, we ain't got time for that. But we do because it's money.
All quarters.
Hey, Rob.
But yeah, like.
Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I was just gonna say, I've learned how to circumnavigate and just cool it out sometimes. Sometimes you just gotta say less and listen up, you know.
I feel you. I respect
Thank y'all for teaching. Thank y'all for pouring into my cup, because now I'm sipping up on this coffee here.
I reside.
That joke.
Oh
Good old evening Joe. Evening Joe don't hit the same as morning Joe. Morning Joe hit you like good morning. Evening Joe like hello man. Returning you, are you? Yeah. I came. Oh, you came back, or did you?
Oh my God.
Hey, Rob, are you able to like rotate your phone by chance to like so it's landscape?
Yeah. Give me 1 second.
Yeah, because
You said rotate. The landscape.
Lawrence, I like texted the group. Yeah, that's better.
Word.
Appreciate it. Ooh, the swimmies are out.
You know, I don't know if they Levi's, but they good jeans. You know what I mean?
You said I don't know Levi's. Oh, Lawrence's phone went straight to voicemail.
It might have died. Probably, or if it's in airplane mode.
How many you still work, right?
I don't think so, because he said he was free maybe he said he was free after 7. I don't know.
We all said
I know we all I know with Zoom it's like a limited time thing. Do y'all want to, maybe we can get in touch with him and then we reconvene so we don't burn out the time here, or?
Okay, yeah, that's cool. We could
That's fine.
once he hits
Like what time we coming back though?
I mean, I think
there he
I know
is.
my phone. Just
You see him?
just oh.
Lawrence, is that you?
Yeah, he's coming. Mr.
Word.
Agree.
Oh, wipe me down, Mr. Clean. Okay, I see you. Okay, I see you now.
Okay, here you go. Hey, look, I can't hear you.
Are you in a chicken wing?
Look like pizza.
I can't hear him.
Turn your volume up, sir, or something.
You the audience. Hello.
Hey.
Yo,
What are you eating?
Okay, all right. So I can hear you now. Hold on, Mo. Mo, why can I hear you?
Lauren, I don't know. I am scared.
This is your commander, the Lord. Oh wait, this is so weird. Oh God. Okay, Google.
Who is that in the background? Like, who is she?
Sorry, I'm exiting out of the same castle right now. Have a good day, Mo. Bye.
All right, Mo Digger.
She gone. All right. BABL, praise God. Yo.
Praise him.
So you broke quarantine to get that.
Revolution has not been televised, so. Oh, Jesus.
You broke quarantine to get the fade too?
You said what?
I said you broke quarantine to get the fade too?
Oh, I don't break quarantine.
Nah, man, we just got connections, dog. That's all it is.
My brother got my hair.
I hope you're not breaking quarantine because here I am about to order wigs online. Okay, so
My brother cut it, y'all. He a barber.
Y'all better be.
Little bending there, you know. Never breaking, bitch bending. Little yoga,
My
you know.
brother a barber, unlicensed in these streets.
Where my homie's a barber, but he doesn't have a shop, but he needs to get one because he's nice with it. It's your boy. Not so shameless pluck.
Y'all mind I brought pizza to the celebration.
Yeah, you did.
I brought Vino to the celebration.
Oh, okay. What you sipping on over there?
Something from the valleys of Minnesota. Little cat.
Yeah.
Little cat.
Okay. Who's that?
There we go.
Who is that?
Okay, H3 with a line of red.
I ain't never heard of it, but when the company
Not a
dog.
day in my life, but it's all right. I brought the bottle.
Lawrence has some lips.
No idea. This is a golly program.
Oh man.
Last time I checked, Jesus drank wine, but we saved the day.
Yo, this. Oh my god. Yo, oh my gosh, man. I love y'all so much because this is, oh man. Like, man.
Hey man, we here for comic relief, bro.
Yo, I was so dead this week when Sterling dropped that ad for the editorial. He's like, I got something dropping for y'all at 5 o'clock. I was like, oh damn, we're dropping at 5 o'clock.
Hey, bro, I was at
like,
work.
what I missed?
I was at work and like I turned off my IG notification. I turned off, I think, all of my social just to kind of get away and breathe a little bit more. But I looked, I'm like coming. Oh, okay. And I was like in my head, I'm like dropping Funk Master Flex bombs. Like here we are.
Funk Master Flex
with the drop. And this ain't no package, it's a message, y'all. Like what? Oh yeah.
Right.
Oh yeah.
That's what this bomb for.
I said, what is going down? I was like, how I missed it? I'm on the tape.
Like I think you mentioned it in the pod. You mentioned it.
Yeah, I remember he was going to do a job at editorial, but it didn't flow in my mind. I'm thinking, it got to be extravagant.
Yeah, man. I was just like, okay, what is this? You know, what did they say in it? Oh, never mind. That's the Kanye song, Kanye and Jay-Z on Watch the Throne. We don't know what this is.
Yeah. But nobody knows what it is. That's why it's so cool.
We know.
So awesome.
Nah, that was amazing. Amazing feat, Sterling.
Appreciate it, bro.
Definitely, I think in terms of when you're creative, and I know everybody can relate to this, like, you know, sometimes you can do your thing and maybe have your off days, and then you jump on socials and be like they went viral, but I'm like, I'm pouring my soul out, man. You know what I mean? And it's a weird ego, humility dynamic. You know, it's like a push and pull type thing. So
yeah,
Continue to put the work in, child. Continue to put in the work.
keep grinding.
You can't give up. You can't.
Uncle Rab, he says, "Oh yes, yes."
Because they want you to.
Y'all made like Uncle Rab. It's gonna be a character, y'all. Y'all gotta watch out, man. I'm like,
I believe it. Waiting for Boondocks to reopen.
Deliverance on your life.
Oh my God.
Hey man, y'all think Spice Adams funny? Sure. Good morning.
Certainly.
Lord,
But yeah, all right.
And what you sipping on, lady? It's my second time asking.
Oh, is that the second time asking? I don't remember the first time.
I'm sure you know, but with all them steps.
It's a Billingham 2017 Virginia wine.
Give it over so we can see.
Homegrown.
Okay.
Homegrown, all right.
Support local businesses, even though probably half of these places were like plantations, but that's a whole other story.
We all got a story.
That's the gag.
You know, it's good, but you know, I don't want to know how they came to make them back in the day.
Well, then I guess you deserve to drink it then.
The sacrifice
should have been free.
The sacrifices.
Man, I'm taking this for reparations too.
Sacrifices. Been through so much. Been through too much.
I'm sick. All the while.
Oh my gosh, man.
But yeah, let's get started. I know we down, but yeah. So first off, I just want to thank y'all. 2 years. By the grace of God, man, and it's just you know, God definitely worked through this whole thing, just how it came about, and you know, me sending out those emails it had to be like 20 plus folks, and then dwindled down to this core. You know, there's nothing against the folks who, you know, didn't respond or didn't want to be a part of it, but I think this is definitely like God's intention, just to bring us here together. You know, just a lot of personalities, but we all come together and we're all aligned spiritually, which I think is so important and awesome. It's just, you know, only God could orchestrate this. So this is to us. Appreciate y'all and love y'all. 2 years.
Oh, I didn't know we was always making drinks. Y'all don't even let nobody know.
It's Evening Joe, aka Coffee Man. That's all that is.
Oh.
The coffee.
Yeah, I'm
all you need is gum cigarettes now.
Is that the fruit punch?
Some gum for you.
Is that the fruit punch one?
You already know what it is.
Yes, it is. It's the fruit punch.
Y'all know the cherry is
I've never seen a Capri Sun flex in my life, but that's hard. I'm saying though.
I can't remember the last time I've had a Capri Sun.
Nah, I
It's
can't.
probably not even good for you, but
it's good to the soul. I can't.
Not good for you, but they good. But yeah, just, you know, all jokes aside, I just really appreciate y'all, man. Like, I love y'all. I know this sounds like the drunk friend. I love y'all, man.
all of it.
But
Nah, man, I don't. That sounds normal, man. I mean, I think it's a labor of love. Just I love y'all too. Definitely appreciate y'all. Like, I ain't gonna lie. I definitely had moments. I'm like, man, I'm gonna get kicked out of BABL, dog.
No.
Like I had to run that through my head sometimes. I'm like,
Mm-mm.
is
Yeah.
this the last spot, bro? You know how you want to be, bro. But, you know, I know how you be, bro. You know, so I thank y'all for sticking with the boys. It's been a lot over these last, I guess now about to be 3 years. So a lot of growth and a lot of, you know, things are definitely looking on the up and up now. But, you know, it's a journey. It takes a village. And I'm glad to have y'all in the tribe. So thank y'all.
No doubt.
Y'all, the bars.
No doubt, man.
Flowing.
No doubt. Love y'all, man. Like, this is dope, man. This is like, I've, you know, been a part of a lot of creatives. This was one of the first ones I probably started and, you know, brought a team together. And, you know, and I really think because God is behind it and at the center, that it's impacting the lives it has. And, you know, just having those conversations that, you know, kind of like taboo or just kind of swept under the rug. So I just appreciate the platform. But getting here, and I know y'all have heard the story, it was just like a lot of prayer wrestling. And I want to write for Complex and Rolling Stone and all those guys.
But declare and declare.
And my voice was probably that high back then, too.
Oh,
But,
man.
God
it wasn't. It wasn't.
But yeah, but God just kind of centered and was like, nah, I want you to do this for me. And here we are 2 years later. 2 years. But y'all have anything, I guess y'all want to, you know, standout moments, in the last 2 years or so, or anything?
Wow.
You see for the
It's been really, really cool. Like, it really has been cool. It's been like a dream come true. I got new friends, so many new friends. Thank you so much, you guys. I'm really just thankful for really healthy, good relationships with guys in general. Like, I'm so happy about that. So it's really cool that I can just kind of like hang with the boys and also not kind of be like around insecure guys that like are intimidated by like strong personable women. So
no, not you, but Insecure, the show Insecure.
Oh, well,
Sorry,
that sound like my name, but I'm like, oh, my name's like, wait a minute.
as soon as I said it, I was like, he's got to
like,
but sorry.
So I'm really, really thankful for that.
Just a little it wasn't directed at you, Lawrence.
So I'm like really, really thankful for that. But I think the highlight for me in terms of this year was when we did the same-sex attraction podcast. I just thought like it was so cool. Jasmine was so dope. She's like a fave. Like, it was just really, really cool. It was really vulnerable, and I think also too like just us getting so deep like into just subject matter that I think most people are just really afraid to go to. But something I know that I would really like to see in the future would just be more like women-centered like projects. And so I think even to do just like some of our conversations we've had offline, it just would be really cool to kind of like incorporate like some women, some more feminist media in there and kind of like women cultural things that I think has been cool too. Like even with the multicultural podcast we did, I thought that was even really cool. So it'd be cool to kind of like see what that would look like in the future for us, particularly doing Black-based material with Black women. So I feel like that'll be really cool down the line and just kind of seeing like where that goes. And I just also like that our program is really like intersectional. Like, it's really, really cool if that's the case. So I'm glad to be a part of a very intersectional, feminist-based, Black-based, womanist-based, you know, collective. So yeah,
Oh,
it's been cool.
Beautifully said. Yeah, do y'all have? I'm trying to think of a favorite moment. I think
I'm about to stop drinking.
I'm trying to think of a favorite moment.
Same.
Or a favorite like podcast. Well, I'll say this. I think, and this is gonna sound like I'm patting myself on the back, but I think the story I did, really I've had two favorite moments. I think it was the story that Kyra did, the breathing piece, which was super powerful. Like, I think everyone who's read that they've told me they brought the tears or was impacted in some sort of way. And I appreciate you for writing that, because I know it came from a very vulnerable place. And it was powerful. To this day, I still go back to it, and it's really, really powerful and touching. But yeah, so I appreciate you again for that. And I think pieces I think that's like a big reason why BABL, I think, fills a void of like you said, Kyra, like a lot of intersectionality. Like it's just a lot of crossroads meet one, like centered around faith and pop culture. And it's like just how beautiful that is, and like how stories can connect with people, and it shows that people still read. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? It's just so it was very powerful. And I think just was moments, I'll say, just even anytime we get together, honestly, like I had a rough day today, but I appreciate it. That's another reason why I had libation. But I appreciate y'all, man. Like y'all really brighten up my day, and y'all are just great folks, man. Y'all just have great spirits, great energy. Our chakras feel aligned even through the boom boxes. I appreciate y'all, man. Like I think I would say those are my big takeaways. And of course, it's just we've had a lot of moments together, and I think we'll have many more. But those have definitely been like standouts to me.
Yeah. Thanks, Sterling. Same here.
Yeah.
I already finished like 2 glasses. I'm like done for like the night. Like I'm done.
Wait, you just do that quick?
Yeah, we're done.
Look at it like yeah.
Yeah, man, it's a lot. I took some notes earlier, but they're over there and it's raining out, and I opened the window, so I'm not trying to be,
Where you left notes outside?
Nah, they right there by the window, but it's raining. I don't want the background noise to interrupt the Zoom. But I think just
I'm so thoughtfully, Rob.
Y'all help me more than y'all probably realize, man, because it's just like y'all were saying, the pouring into each other, and I think the teamwork aspect in terms of seeing how we all have our strengths, or maybe our like audience per se, but we can come together and we can like disperse and then come back together, kind of like Voltron. It's really really good thing. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Wu-Tang reference.
Hey, yo, God, buddy. Hey, yo,
but I think probably one of the biggest, forever, and ever and ever. Probably the biggest takeaway I've learned is that, you can be transparent and quote unquote keep it real without, I guess, just in a tasteful way, without ruffling feathers. And you can do it in also like a really vulnerable way. Like I know for me, the spiritual journey, the editorials I've wrote, and even the other ones that have been contributed by us and others have been like, they are really, really, really eye-opening. And I think especially when you get in that kind of writing style, it kind of takes you to a place you didn't know that you had in you. So it pulls something out of you. And I think also from that point of view, to learning how to embrace constructive criticism as opposed to like, I gotta throw this whole manifesto away. It's like, okay. Yeah, I mean, that's, it's had bees over here, Uncle Rob creepy. But yeah, like serious though, like just learning how to embrace it and take what you can from it, and then the end result is like, but it's like, this ain't no overnight thing, it really is a marathon, not a sprint, and you gotta let the gumbo simmer down. Hold up.
Appreciate you, man. The plug.
And I did want to say one more thing about the same sex podcast we did. I forget what episode it is. I know y'all came here for that.
Mm-hmm.
Thank y'all again.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for serving tea that day.
Oh yeah, no doubt. I don't have too many episodes when the fam coming through. Oh yeah. But, I would just say like that was a really definitely vulnerable and transparent moment, and I salute our guest and then Lawrence, you know, because I learned I think we all learned something, and that was really like wow, like our brothers speaking his truth, his testimony. That was a beautiful thing. So just moments like that, you know, and other moments, you know, and things. So it's been an amazing journey, and it's only we still in gear 1, you know.
Yeah. Well, technically, yeah.
Well, gear 1, like first gear.
Oh, gear. I'm sorry.
Yeah, we driving. Well, you know.
No,
Ooh, y'all get in the car.
no, I appreciate you for that, Rob.
Lord.
And just even alluding to what you're saying about the pieces, like, and Kyra as well, just like, I know I push y'all, and I know the red type could be intimidating, but I just know like y'all bring like the meat to the conversation. But I just want to help, you know, trim the fat, and just kind of get your stories out there to the best of the ability. And y'all are great. All of y'all are great storytellers in one way or another. So, so yeah, I'm glad y'all don't take it personally. I just want to push y'all to get your stories out there.
Greatness.
Thank you. You don't want us to be Kanye.
Giles or greatness is the question of the last name, or is that your middle name?
Oh, God.
I'm so cheesy, y'all.
Got to.
Well, appreciate you for that, Rob. Yeah. Mr. Green, the heart and soul of BABL. Yeah, you got any words?
Of all of it. Oh, goodness gracious. I was looking at our website today. I had an interview today, and it was just like, talk about all your podcasts that you're on. I was like, yeah, you can follow the other podcasts I'm on, towerbabl.com.
Okay.
If, you know, we on there, we in there. Nice one way.
The casual flex.
Of all of it. But I would definitely say I'm truly grateful for you guys' insight and you guys' friendship. I definitely have learned a lot and seen a lot, and been challenged in many ways. I know from that particular podcast, from the same-sex attraction podcast, that was supposed to have been an editorial, but yo, trying to get that, first of all, trying to dissect the trauma and then dissect the trauma and put it on paper.
Yeah.
Because it's like one of the things where you thought you was like, okay, I'm good. You know, I can write what it is but to write about it. Ain't nothing to it but to do it. Like, I can't do it. And so even in that, these are some of the things that, as I reflect, the things that I've been learning. You don't have to know everything. One. Two, don't be afraid to share your faith, no matter how it'll come off, or like, don't compromise in that. It's okay to love the person you're sitting across from and completely and utterly disagree with them.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I really learned that from the anti-Blackness one we did.
Mm-hmm.
And of just being able to know that some things are just not requiring for you to talk. Like, it's especially with when we talked about like certain women issues, and I really didn't understand that. It was just like, I was like, if it's a topic, I can talk about it. And it's just not, it's like, it's just some things that are reserved for certain groups and certain discussions. And you can ask questions, you can, you know, have a comment, but not really telling anybody what to do.
Yeah.
And I think that's what I've kind of learned. And I think sometimes some men who either have a lot of female friendships or maybe part of the LGBTQ community, because sometimes the gender thing is so blurred, feels like they can have opinions about certain topics when it comes to women, and when there should be like a divide. And so that was something that I learned and had to check my own self on. I loved the anti-blackness one where we got to do it with Aloma, Stella, and Mo. That was great. I enjoyed
On that one, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Say her name. It's Stella or Bella?
It's Stella.
That's what I said, right?
You
Yeah.
said okay.
Yeah, Estella. Wait, Estella, she wasn't on it, right?
She was on the podcast.
Yeah, she
I
was.
wasn't
Yeah,
even
she
there,
was.
and I knew she was there, Sterling.
Yeah,
You might want to.
yeah.
Yes, Sterling!
Oh. And then the other podcast.
Yo, my man got out the frame though.
Hey, but wait. Coming on the pod, dropping all that knowledge. And so, we got 7 minutes remaining. I had a great time. Thanks, y'all.
But appreciate you, Lawrence, man. You're, I know we joke and say you're the heart and soul, but you really are the heart and soul. Man. So we appreciate y'all. I appreciate you, and just the energy you bring, the personality you bring, because we may have tough times as a collective, and then you just always bring us back. You know what I mean? You just bring us out of our heads. So I appreciate you, and even like the the more serious side, like you were saying with the podcast about same-sex attraction, and just having that platform to share that, like that was very powerful, very, very powerful, and I commend you for that. And it's impacted. I'm sure it's impacted more people than you know. We'll never know, who's listened to it, who's referred to, or what have you, and that it doesn't matter. At the end of the day, as long as your truth has been spoken, that's all that's important. So again, I appreciate you. Y'all are so integral to this group, and I really don't know if we could be where we are without each of y'all. So I really, from the bottom, I appreciate y'all.
Same, agreed here. Also, can I just say one more thing though? I do really, really value and appreciate that there are really deep intellectual guys on this podcast, and are definitely totally okay with allowing women to have certain spaces to have certain conversations, because they're I said, they're just men who are just very insecure, and just do not just are not accountable even to women's experiences. So I'm just really thankful to be on this podcast with accountable men in that way. I'm just really thankful for that.
No doubt.
Thank you.
And I vouch for y'all, so don't be looking crazy, okay? I just vouch for y'all, because I don't vouch for a lot of dudes out here, okay? So
Thank you, Madam President.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mom.
Yeah, I guess y'all want to close out with a quick prayer, and then I know we got.
Oh,
be quick. Get a little
it's our BABL song.
We're good.
She said
that's gonna work. All right, should we all just bow? All right, I probably shouldn't drink this much, but all right. Well, God, thank you for this creation. It was all destined and orchestrated by you. I thank you for it, and I pray that you remain at the center of it. As we continue to produce content and have those conversations, allow us to never lose sight of you at the center. Because without you, everything is null and void. It doesn't mean anything. And just pray for that. Pray. Thank you so much for my family. I don't even call them just a team, but my family, Kyra, Rob, and Lawrence. I'm just so grateful for this, just refining us to this point. It came from like 20 plus to 4 of us. And I just thank you for this family. Pray we just continue to grow and continue to strengthen one another, sharpen one another. And I just pray that this collective and your message essentially will be spread throughout, outside of the church pews and digitally. And yeah, Lord, I just thank you. Just thank you for 2 years together, and I pray for many more. In Jesus' name I pray.
Amen.
Amen. I felt like little tears starting to like start in the prayer, and then like after that, it's like are they like happy tears or like comedy tears? I don't know.
All right, y'all, but I won't hold y'all. I know we're running up on this time limit because I ain't paying no Zoom bill. But I love y'all. Stay up, stay blessed, stay moderate like these gas prices. No, maintain like these gas prices.
Maintain, man. That's what I'm talking about, man. That's what I'm talking about.
But I love y'all, though. Y'all take care.
Love y'all.
Peace.
Bye.
Oh wait, we leaving the call?
Yeah.
Oh, oops. Oh, this is real. Oh, I'm so ghetto. I'm good. Where's the leave button?